Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So, I finally settled on who we're going to go with for the first playthrough for the game. And so, let's talk about it. So I'm going to go with the very first scenario. Nobunaga is here, and we're going to play as the Shogun, Yoshiharu. Although, okay, at some point we're going to retire him for the martial Shogun, right? So, what I was thinking for the rules, right, for how I'm going to play it on the settings is I'm not going to have historical events so that the game isn't on rails, so the game just isn't on rails, so it feels like a more free-for-all. And I'm also going to disable the diplomatic relations for the beginning of the game, so nobody's going to be allied with each other. We'll just see who allies with who. And then also I'm thinking about playing on hard difficulty, but I'm not sure about the AI aggressiveness, because if the AI is very aggressive, like if they move at a very fast speed, I don't think I'll be able to keep up. So if anyone in the comments has insight about that, let me know. Let me know down below after the video so that I can kind of make a call on that. It's the only thing I'm not too sure of. If you go to settings, there's only two things that really change: aggressiveness and level. I'm okay with the AI level, but the aggressiveness is the part where I'm not too sure of. I'm thinking, because if the bigger powers consume the smaller powers like almost immediately because of the aggressiveness, I feel like I'm not going to be able to keep up. So, I might keep it on normal, or I could always go custom and increase the AI level, but keep the speed at normal, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, if anybody knows about playing on hard, let me know. And the plan for the playthrough is going to be to try to get at least somewhere around 15-20 castles. Yeah, 15 to 20 castles, and then I'll look, I'll evaluate and see if we'll do another one after or not. I mean, there's so many to get to. I've been making a list, and the list just keeps growing every day. Every day I'm just like, oh, it'd be cool to try this. Oh, let me try it, and I just keep adding and adding and adding. So, but I figured for this first one, I'd just do first scenario, smaller force, and all that. The Shogun has a lot going for it. Okay, it has a lot going for it. Even though the force is kind of mediocre, first thing is you have the real Shogun that's going to take over. Yoshifuji, who has, martial prowess. I think he trained under the sword. He's already in the game at 11 years old, which is it's a little ridiculous, but I guess he's prominent, so they probably figured, screw it, throw him in there. I'm not complaining. But this ability that he has, Sword of the Shogun, is crazy. It's like AoE. It hits everybody around, and it deals damage and decreases defense. I've been on the receiving end of this as the Azai, and yeah, it's really strong. Outside of him, we've got his other friend. I think it's like his childhood friend, Fujitaka, and he's really well-rounded. I mean, really good stats. I don't remember facing him on battle very often, but his stats are great. We're gonna make good use of these two. So I'm thinking at some point I'll retire the Shogun, and I'll install the real Shogun. But as far as Officer Corps, that's it, right? It's not that great, but the thing is, if you guys remember my very first video, I was talking about the checklist and prestige. So the Shogun starts with a huge amount of gold. I mean, you don't make any money. Monthly income, I think, is really low, 100 or 200 to start. But the treasury is full. I think we have like well over 100k gold. So that combined, the fact that we have all that money combined with the prestige, where the most prestige in the game, and also the titles, we can hand out titles. So the Shogun is a very unique experience. If you guys haven't tried Shogun in any of these games, I recommend it. It always feels very, very different because you have all the diplomatic power right from the jump. Between the gold, the posts that you can give out, you can hand out official posts in exchange for alliances and truces, whatever you want to do. And also the prestige in this game. You actually have 2 blankets of prestige because your officers have Code of the Aristocrat. So what that does, as soon as you can get somebody into that spot, what Code of the Aristocrat does is it gives you a bonus based on your prestige. So if you remember, your units already get a bonus for prestige in the game. You know, whatever the difference is. I think I did a video talking about prestige, so you can go check out the video if you want to know more about it. But essentially your units get a bonus based on a difference in prestige. So having the highest prestige in the game is going to give me a bonus no matter who I march against. And then having Code of the Aristocrat will give me another layer, or it should. I haven't tested this out. I'm just speculating right now, but it should give me another layer of bonus because of prestige. So we have a lot of stuff going for us. Even though our officer corps is mediocre, even though we barely have enough officers to fill out these 3 castles that we have, and we're in an, you know, we're kind of on an island surrounded on all sides. You know, we're probably gonna have to make an alliance with the Rokaku right away, because they're probably the strongest force, I'd say. The Yoshi are kind of the strongest also, but they're over there. There's no telling where they're gonna go. Like I said, we're not gonna have alliances or anything like that, so who knows where they're gonna go. So I think our immediate concern is gonna be the Rokaku, so we can make an alliance with them. Like I said, we have all the diplomatic power, official posts, gold to buy treasures, which I really love getting treasures in these types of games because you can increase your officer stats. And I like that RPG aspect of watching your officers get better and get stronger and all that. Like, I love the commendations in this game. Between treasures and commendations, you can really improve an officer if you want to. So we have the purchase power to just pretty much buy our way out of anything or into anything. So it should be a fun force to try out. Like I said, the only thing I'm not sure of is the difficulty. Do we go on hard with AI on aggressive AI? Do we gamble on that, or should we just do custom and keep the AI on normal but have the AI level on high? I don't know. Like I said, somebody let me know in the comments what you think. But yeah, we should be starting this I want to say Saturday. I'm going to start it, so I'm going to shoot for a live stream in the afternoon. If I can't make the live stream, then I'll just record it and upload it Saturday night. So yeah, be on the lookout for that in the channel. And oh, one last thing, I always play these games. If you guys have been watching my 3 Kingdom playthroughs, I always play everything with Ironman Mode. And basically what that means is a real fancy way of saying that I don't really do any takebacks. So if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. If we lose, we lose. If we get wiped out, we get wiped out. I like to have my win percentage around, I like to win about 1/3 of the time. So like, 30%, 33%, that's where I like my win percentage to be when I play strategy games. So if I have a lot of playthroughs on my 3 Kingdoms stuff, and I think I've won like maybe 2 or 3 of them. And I have like 12 or 13 losses, because I just like when you don't reload or take back decisions and stuff like that. It makes it more fun because you raise the stakes, and so every decision has to be, it has that pressure behind it, right? And it also creates situations that are just a lot more fun for me. And I love having last stands and desperate battles. I mean, if you guys saw my Takeda versus the Azai battle that I uploaded on the channel, that battle was crazy. I mean, that could have been it right there for the playthrough. No joke. I was not exaggerating. If I would have lost that battle, that would have been it. So if you guys haven't seen that battle, go check it out. That battle I was on the edge of my seat to see if I was gonna hold out there at the very end. But yeah, so we're gonna do it Ironman mode. So if we lose, we lose. And we'll move on to the next one and maybe come back later. But the goal is gonna be to at least get, like I said, 15, 20 castles. Shouldn't be that hard. So, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how the map develops with no alliances and no historical events and no alliances to start. So, yeah, that should be starting on Saturday. So I'll see you guys then. I'll have some more uploads in the meantime. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the notifications. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Till then.